Welcome along to your latest Premier League transfer updates on the 13th of May. This is Football Talks, where every single day we're going to be bringing you the most up-to-date and important transfer news floating around the Premier League. We've got Real Madrid involved. Be aware, Real Madrid are on a recovery mission after a poor season. Premier League teams, be aware. Europe, be aware. Updates on what they're doing to Premier League teams in this video alone. We've got updates from City, Liverpool and Bournemouth, of course, in all of the news today. I've picked out the top stories. We're going to go through them, talk about them, what's actually happening, where the reports have come from, how significant they are for other teams as well, as we will always do on this show. It's going to be a daily show, everybody, so make sure that you stay tuned. In between round about 6 and 7 o'clock every single day, this show is going to be up there on Football Talk. So get your comments in below and let me know if you think these deals are real. We're going to be starting with Liverpool, the most significant news and looks like the closest deal to being completed at the moment out there. And the reports today are coming in from several sources across Europe and top journalists as well, including Fabrizio Romano and a few others, around Jeremy Frimpong, the Bayer Leverkusen wingback/winger, is now seemingly imminent, and a deal is very, very close for him to move from Leverkusen to Liverpool. Liverpool making significant moves very, very quickly in the fullback position, seeing as though Trent has left and he's already on his way to Real Madrid. Frimpong looks destined for Liverpool. It looks like this is pretty much nailed on now, and we've even got a fee in the region of 40 million euros. This seems like a snip. This seems like it is a really, really good, cheap deal, to be honest, for Liverpool. Frimpong, I just think, fits what Liverpool are perfectly. The attacking fullback role that Frimpong will provide. He might even come in as a winger. He has converted himself from fullback to winger pretty much now, and he's seen as a more of an attacking option rather than a defensive option. I mean, let's be honest, Liverpool's fullbacks are doing that day in, day out anyway. I just think this is a scary signing for the rest of the Premier League, to be honest. Liverpool making significant moves. This is substantial, I feel. And Frimpong heading to Liverpool for 40 million euros. A comfortable contract until 2030, also being reported as well. I think this is a very, very good transfer, and everybody's waiting to judge Arne Slot. This could be a significant one for Liverpool, and I feel will definitely push them forward into that favourite category again for the Premier League next season. This is the type of signing you'd expect the champions of England to make. Frimpong to Liverpool looks like this one is already done. Moving on, next one, and Bournemouth are under threat. Bournemouth are in big trouble, let's be honest. A lot of their players heading out of the door. We're hearing that, obviously, Antoine Semenyo is being touted by Manchester United, Kerkez by Liverpool again, and other clubs also. And Dean Huijsen is the talk of the town right now. It is said that Liverpool again and Arsenal are holding the favourite mark, and that's come from Florian Plettenberg from Sky. They're the favourites to sign Dean Huijsen, but it has moved past this now, and all of a sudden today, Real Madrid are in town. Real Madrid have been sounded out and have been rumoured to be very interested in Huijsen for a couple of weeks now. But it does look like there is an accelerated move for Dean Huijsen, and Real Madrid looking to get this done in the next couple of weeks. Why the next couple of weeks? Yet again, the transfer window opening early, and the Club World Cup competitive teams, or the teams that are competing in that competition, are moving fast and have been given the freedom by FIFA to go and do business. So this is the reason why the transfer window and the transfer window talk has started early, and why we're covering it here, because these deals are getting done now. Obviously, nothing can get finalised until the 1st of June, but we're hearing that these deals are pretty much pre-contractually agreed, and stuff like that is going on behind the scenes right now. But Real Madrid season pretty much falling apart. They're looking to make significant moves. It looks like they want both Huijsen and Alvaro Fernandez Carreras from Benfica in the next 2 weeks. That's the stories coming out from European sources. So, but Bournemouth are bracing themselves to be absolutely rinsed this summer in terms of transfers and their best players. They have got some recruitment to get done in the summer. Oh, not saying that they can't. They have got a good record of it. But the big news for Bournemouth fans is that Huijsen is going to move. When Real Madrid, Arsenal and Liverpool are in town, then it's hard for a player to turn away from that. And that £50 million release clause, are they gutted right now that they didn't do that higher? But he has come onto the scene in a big way this season, just turning 20 years old. This is exactly the type of signing that Real Madrid love to make. Young and definitely got plenty and bags of potential on top of the brilliance that he is right now, Huijsen. He's had an excellent season. 50 million looks too cheap. Everybody's in for him, but Real Madrid now putting pressure on Arsenal and Liverpool to get a move on. Obviously, Real Madrid are in the Club World Cup, and they're in a position to make a move very, very quickly. So watch that one. That could start to develop very, very quickly over the next week. Obviously, after this weekend's football, only a week left of the Premier League season, so you can expect things to start to move along very, very quickly on this one. In terms of the other top runners in the Premier League, Manchester City expected to be busy this summer also, as they already have been in January. Pep Guardiola's rebuild for another Pep Guardiola squad, ready to challenge on all fronts again. Can he get the success rate that he has got already previously in his Manchester City career, in his next two? Because he said he's going to take another bit of time out, another sabbatical once his contract is ended, the extension that he's done. But the stories today coming predominantly from the European market again, and it's that same story from last summer. Dani Olmo and Barcelona. Now, this has been a weird one. We know the shenanigans and the uproar of Dani Olmo's transfer to Barcelona last summer and the complications. Look, Dani Olmo has been linked with every single top European side out there, and still, even with signing at Barcelona, is not secure, it would seem. And Pep Guardiola, according to the reports, is very, very keen on Dani Olmo still, and the opportunity to sign him may arise. Now, this isn't one that is far down the line or anything like that, but it's one to keep an eye on, because Manchester City, also in the Club World Cup, would look to move very, very quickly. And teams and clubs can balance their books with quick transfers before June 30th, which is when the financial year ends. So there could be room for Barcelona to move Olmo on. Maybe then make a move for, I don't know, Marcus Rashford. That one's got to come up yet, so we'll be talking about that, I'm sure, soon. But City have been a big, big admirer of Dani Olmo, and in particular Pep Guardiola is more than ready to make a move for him. So, yeah, watch this space. Obviously, Pep and his Barcelona ties, this is a deal that could actually get moving along quite quickly as well, with the Club World Cup pushing things along. So, Dani Olmo to Manchester City, you're looking at Huijsen to Real Madrid, and Frimpong to Liverpool being your main stories so far that we have picked out from today. Other big stories that are floating around, obviously, going back to Real Madrid, Rodrigo and where he is going. He, according to reports, is that disheartened. He spent time in his own house rather than going into Real Madrid over the last few days. He feels like he's playing under the shadow of the Jude Bellinghams, the Vinicius Juniors and Kylian Mbappes of this world. Now, Rodrigo is apparently going to be on the market this summer. Very, very interesting to see where he goes. Now, obviously, you've got the Saudi Pro League interest straight away with players like this. You know that is always going to be there. But could there be a Premier League club that goes, you know what? I'll take Rodrigo. I'm sure there's a few takers, but that story's bubbling up, and again, another one to watch. And I'm sure we'll be talking about Rodrigo before this transfer window shuts. I cannot see him surviving at Real Madrid. That's another one to watch. Diaz at Liverpool, rumoured to be heading out to Barcelona. Interesting with Dani Olmo possibly being let go. Could they be going to? Could Diaz be going to Barcelona? No is the answer. Sorry about the pauses, but no is the answer to that one. Diaz has apparently committed his future to Liverpool now. It looks like we could be getting yet another signature on the paper at Liverpool and a new contract for Diaz. That's another story that is also going around at the moment. A couple other stories floating around in the background. It looks like Jonathan Tah has pretty much made his mind up. He's not going to be going to the Premier League, so Premier League clubs thinking they were going to get a cheap deal and an experienced centre-back for nothing. It's the same old story in Germany, I'm afraid. It looks like Bayern Munich, according to Florian Plettenberg, is a done deal. Jonathan Tah will be a Bavarian very, very soon, and that is not happening anywhere else but Bayern Munich. He's staying in Germany, basically, like they always do. It's just the way it is, isn't it? It really is. And another quick one, again, Real Madrid looking to strengthen their centre-back option. I said Real Madrid would have a big impact on the Premier League. But check this one out as well. Romero at Tottenham. Target for Real Madrid. Keep an eye on that one. A few stories floating around regarding that situation right now as well. Just quickly on the Arsenal front as well, another story that has picked up. No movement really in the striker situation, but it has reportedly been said that Victor Gyökeres wants over 200 grand a week wages and will be one of the highest paid players in Arsenal if he does make the move to the Emirates this summer. So again, we know that Arsenal have made contact with Sporting. Gyökeres is open to the idea. His wage demands have now come out. Is this one moving even closer as well? All of that pretty much covers the daily activity within the significant side of transfers going in. But your main ones obviously are Frimpong to Liverpool, Huijsen, Real Madrid, and Dani Olmo on the scene at Manchester City again. Let me know what you think of them deals as well. Get your comments in below, everybody. Make sure you pop a like on the video if you're loving the content. This is your daily update on the 13th of May. All of the Premier League transfer activity going around. Give the video a like. Subscribe to Football Talks, everybody. And I'll see you in the next video.